AccuDraw and the PopUp calculator. There's actually a embedded calculator that you can utilize whenever you're using AccuDraw. Let's say I'm coming in here and I have my AccuDraw box open up, and I'm going to use the place line tool. Let's say I draw a line over 5 foot, so I'll pull it in my X direction, type in 5, left click to drop it off. But from this point right here, let's say I'm coming in here and I'm creating a flat bottom ditch, something like that. But let's say this slope right here is at an oddball slope, maybe like at a 4.5 to 1 slope, and maybe our back slope here, let's say it's 2.5 to 1, with maybe a 4-foot flat bottom ditch. And we're going to say our horizontal distance here is 12 foot. Actually, let's say it's 13 foot. And we'll say this right here, even though normally it's going to tie back to the existing ground line, we're going to say our horizontal distance from this point to this point, let's say it's 6.5. Well, we could come in here and we could take in that value right here of 13 foot and get your value for your X using your calculator. But you can also use the PopUp calculator inside your AccuDraw box. So I'm going to come out here, the place line tool using the AccuDraw. I'll place my first line here, left click to drop it off. And now if I come in here, let's say my horizontal distance is 13 foot. So I'll type in 13. I'll tab to lock it in. And then now in my Y direction, I'm going to type in that same value. Since I'm going down to put in a flat bottom ditch, I pull it down, type in 13. But I'm not going to left click right now, because if I were to left click, of course my slope would be 1 to 1. But now if I come in here and I come on my keyboard here and I can select the minus key or the plus key, this will bring up your little calculator right here. And this is where you can come in here and change that. You can add to this value that you just placed inside here. You can subtract from it. You can multiply, or you can divide. And for this example right here, we're going to use the divide button. But like I said, you can use any of these functions whenever you're using AccuDraw to get what you need to do for whenever you're drawing your items, or drawing your lines, or whatever inside your DGN file. We're going to divide for this example here. And of course our slope is 4.5 to 1, so we're just going to divide that 13 by 4.5. Come out here, automatically knows what the value should be, left click to drop it off, and we're finished. Simple as that. Now I can come over and let's say my ditch is 4 foot flat bottom ditch, so I'll just pull it in my X direction, type in 4, make sure it's locked in my Y value. I'm not pulling it up too far down, make sure it's still jumped. So my Y is 0, my X is 4, left click to drop it off. Then now I'll do the same thing for my back slope here. My distance there was 6.5 foot, so all I need to do is pull it in my X direction, type in 6.5, tab to lock it in. I'll pull it up, type in that same value of 6.5. I'll hit my plus or my minus key, and I'll change my value here to divide it. And I think I said my value or my slope was 2.5 to 1, so I'll divide that 6.5 divided by 2.5. Puts in that value of what it should be. Left click to drop it off, and right click to reset it, and you're finished. So that's just an example of using the PopUp calculator inside AccuDraw if you ever need to utilize that.